Hey, hi friends. So I'm back again and I watched the latest David Fincher film, The Killer. I know I'm late. I actually watched it 2 days ago. So anyway, I got the time to review the film. So The Killer is finally out on Netflix and this movie is also highly quite anticipated because David Fincher is the director of the film and I'm sure most of you are his fans just like me. And I think the last movie David Fincher had made was Mank, which released in the year 2020. And that was quite an interesting film. And besides that, David Fincher is known for his films, his direction style, his stylish films like The Seven, Zodiac, Social Network, and many, many more. He's a director par excellence. So anyway, all of us were quite intrigued and looking forward to watch this movie on Netflix called The Killer. It has Michael Fassbender. He's also a very, very talented actor. So anyway, coming to the film, this movie talks about this assassin, hitman, who is getting ready for a hit, assassinating someone, and due to certain circumstances, he nearly misses the hit. Then after that, he gets embroiled, and he's against his employers. He goes on to a very mass manhunt against his employers. So that's the entire story about. And this assassin, played by Michael Fassbender, he's nameless, and he's quite an interesting character. And this is not a very standard assassin film. This movie has a depth. It's rhythmic. It's poignant, and there's a voiceover in the background. And this guy doesn't. This main protagonist doesn't talk much. He's a man of few words, but you always keep his mind talks. There's a voiceover always in the background. If you watch Sin City, that's what I mean. That's how the execution is. So the execution is quite different from a very standard assassin film. It's not filled with a lot of action sequences, outlandish action sequences. Everything is very real, and the character is also quite interesting. Movie is quite stylish, very well stylishly made, and the characters are also quite relatable. But somewhat I as an audience, I was a little disappointed watching this film because I was expecting a lot more. I don't know if it's my fault expecting too much, because this movie has garnered great reviews. But if you ask me, I would say it's a one-time watch. Though there are a lot of intrinsic details, I don't know the mass audience whether they will really able to capture such intrinsic details, the inner depth meaning of the film. See, we viewers watch the movie like an audience, correct? And David Fincher films have a lot of meaning, the detailing, the shot taking sequence, and everything has a lot of details, which is quite good and very interesting. And every visual has a meaning, but I don't know. But overall, The Killer is a very, I would say, it doesn't have much to offer. Like the ending also is like somewhat like it's, I wouldn't say predictable. It's something nothing to wait. Like nothing will make you wait till the end. And I was always thinking something different will happen, something different will happen. It was quite like a straight line. Everything was going in pretty straight line. It had nothing unique or nothing different to offer in the film. And somewhat I feel this is quite a one-time watch. And I was expecting a lot more. I really thought there'll be certain more twists and turns. There'll be lots more characters introduced. There'll be lots more happening, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Michael Fassbender is quite good in the film. He's quite good. I think the casting was apt. He's looking good. He's very brilliantly portrayed the assassin. His expressions, the way he walks, his entire physique. Like mostly in Bollywood, you will see the assassins are very well built, but sometimes assassins are very what's the word I'm missing? They're very unassuming as human beings. So Michael Fassbender was quite good, and he and the performances, even Tilda Swinton, I think I'm forgetting her surname. How do you pronounce her surname? Tilda. Her performance also was quite good. Her character also was quite interesting. So overall, the performances, The execution, everything was quite good. Quite, it did stand out. But overall, I feel the story could have been much more. I know the critics are really praising the film. The film lovers are going gaga, and David Fincher ki jai ho. But somewhat I feel that as an audience, it could have been more appealing. Like we're seeing other David Fincher films. It didn't have much appeal. It was a straight line. He's on a manhunt, searching, hunting, killing people. ज़्यादा कुछ मुझे पता नहीं चला. And detailing, which I'm always telling you ना, an audience, a mass audience will not get into such detail. They want to get entertained. They want to see. They want to be thrilled. That was missing in the film. But anyway, it's a must watch. But I would say it's a one-time watch. You can watch it if you're a David Fincher fan and if you love cinema. Be honest with yourself. Otherwise, don't just say the movie was superb just because it's made by David Fincher. Be honest with your opinions. Because many times I ask my colleague, movie was, what do you like about the film? Just because it's directed by David Fincher, you could say superb. You decode it. You have your own perception now. See, as a David Fincher fan, I'm telling you, I followed all his films. Including Mank. The previous 2 years ago. I love his work. I just look up to him. Man, he's a brilliant film director. But my perception is somewhat I didn't quite find this movie that fascinating as I was expecting. It was simple. It was quite simple. Means if this movie was not even made, I think, be it. Anyway, so do watch the film. Do share your perspective. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just giving you my perception. If you feel differently, if you have beg to differ, please write down in the comments and do let me know. Badi muh choti baat. I am no one to rank David Fincher. No one in the world has a right to rank anyone. But as a viewer, I love cinema and I especially love following David Fincher's work. So that's the only reason. Anyway, guys, watch The Killer and let me know your comments. Kudos.